Alright, today I'm going to be going over some of the best ninjas, and I'm going to go over ones that you can flux and base game ones, and then I'm also going to go over ones that you get with a voucher, because to get those, it's different, and so um, I want to kind of have a clear distinction there between those. And so thank you to Randoms for commenting and suggesting this video, getting this out for him the next day. And so I'm going to start with the base game ninjas. The best base game ninjas, I got to be honest, most of them aren't that good, but the best ones, Dragon Scorch is going to be pretty good. He's going to increase Dragon Slash range to 3 tiles and width to 2 tiles and damage up 25%. So your Dragon Slash is going to have really good crowd clearing ability, which is going to be really nice. You're going to be able to do that. And then he also comes with throwing stars and smoke bomb as well, which and with 6 seconds on the cooldown for Dragon Slash, I mean, you're gonna be able to be doing this all the time. And yeah, like I said, it's gonna have good damage, nothing crazy on the damage, but really good crowd clearing. You're gonna be able to hit 6 tiles with this, 3 tiles long, 2 tiles wide. That's gonna be really good. And then next one, I know he's a mythic, but you can still get him with flux. It'll cost a little bit more, but Swordmaster Ken, he's gonna during Shadow Stance, he's gonna increase your sword damage by 75% or 25% in support, which this is really nice, especially well, only if you're using swords, but a lot of times if you're using melee, he's gonna be good to either have in at least support, in the lead he'll be good as well. And you can see down here, Shadow Stance, all you have to do is eliminate one enemy with a melee. So if you're using a sword, you kill one guy, and now you have Shadow Stance for the next 4 seconds, and it's going to increase your armor by 60 and your movement speed by 15%. So your survivability is going to go way up. You'll take less damage with that extra armor, and then the movement speed's always nice. But this isn't about Shadow Stance. This is about his ability. So that's also gonna he's gonna allow you to deal more damage while you're in there. So if you are doing a mission and you see and you're out there killing the husks with your sword, you're in Shadow Stance, you go up to a mist monster, and I mean you'll be able to tear through them a lot quicker with Swordmaster Ken in the lead. And I'll just throw him in here. He's not really that good, I don't think, to have as your lead or anything or in a regular build, but sometimes I gotta mention him, Fleetfoot Ken. He's good in, if you're making a farming build or just some build where you need mobility. Just a flat increase to movement speed by 12.5% is a lot of times that's really nice in the support. So he's good as well. I wouldn't recommend using him in the lead. He's not really gonna help you kill the husks at all or anything like that. And those would be my main suggestions for base game heroes, base game ninjas. Dragon Scorch, he's probably the best one, I think, with making the Dragon Slash way better. I think that's going to be really good. All right, moving on to event ninjas that you're going to use a voucher for. I'm going to start first with Paleo Luna. And so what she's going to do, first of all, you're going to need the team perk, and she comes with it, Blast from the Past, which is going to get rid of all your shield, but your health is going to be tripled. So it's going to go up an extra 200%, which A is just really nice, just for survivability. You're going to have a ton of health. But B, the big thing is, and she will cost a voucher. You come in here and 9% adds an extra, your 9% of your current health to your melee weapon damage. So that's going to be, you can basically think of it, if you have 100,000 health, you're going to be doing 9,000 extra damage with your melee. And so what this is really good for, I'm going to show you a schematic I like to use with her. If you pair her with a weapon that you put something like this, I have triple attack speed on this, and so you're going to be swinging really fast. Every 0.22 seconds, I'm going to be swinging. And the big thing, you don't even want damage on a sword. You pair Paleo Luna with something that's swinging the sword this fast, your DPS is going to be, it's going to be absolutely insane. So if you already have some of these dinosaur heroes that you're going to be able to activate Blast from the Past with for Paleo Luna, um, I would highly recommend Paleoluna, especially for any melee build. You should almost always have her in the lead if you can. But the only catch is that you have to have 2 extra dinosaur heroes. So if you don't have any of these heroes, um, then I wouldn't spend your voucher on her. There's just better options because you're gonna have to voucher 2 more of these dinosaur heroes in order to use Blast from the Past because you're gonna need, let's look here, you're gonna need 2 extra dinosaur heroes in the support. So you're gonna need 3 of them to have Paleoluna in the lead and then do it. And then moving on from her, another good ninja. Let's see. This one you can use Flux on, but he's really good. If you have the team perk Totally Rocking Out right here from getting him, this guy, Varsity Hero, he's going to be really good because Fumble in the support, eliminated enemies have a 7% chance to drop a football, which is then going to give you Rock and Rift, and then it also is going to increase your damage by 50% and attack speed by 32%. So this is a really good one to have in your support if you're using a melee build, just because that extra 32% attack speed decaying over 8 seconds, and it's going to increase your damage. That, I mean, that's huge. That just multiplies your damage output a ton. And if you're doing a melee build, you kill an enemy, the football drops right there. You're pretty much already standing there. You really don't have to think. You just get the Rock and Riff activated. And if you're using Totally Rocking Out, then that's going to be really good. Increase your crit rating, and it heals you a little bit too. But the big thing is that huge amount of crit rating you get. After that, another ninja that's really good that I recommend. Let's see, where is she? Where is she? Right here, Stoneheart Farah. Um, I use her in pretty much every mission right now. Any mission where I'm doing a high level mission and I need a hero that's going to be good and I need a loadout that's going to be able to do a lot of damage, 90% of the time I'm going with Stoneheart Farah, and she's especially good. Well, I'll get to this later. I'll just talk about what she does. What she does is on a hit with a bow. So this is for bows specifically, but it's going to deal 60% of the damage to 5 nearby targets. And so what that's going to do is you shoot an enemy with your bow, and then it's gonna go out and attack 5 more nearby enemies for 60% of the damage. Which on its own, that's good. That's a good ability. But where that really becomes a big thing is when you pair that. Let's see, let's find it here. When you pair that with the vacuum tube bow, hitting an enemy with this weapon will cause chain lightning to strike up to 6 enemies, and on top of that, it'll double chain. So you'll shoot an enemy and with the vacuum tube bow, and it'll damage that enemy for 100% of the damage regularly, and then it's gonna splinter to 5, while also zapping 6, and then the splinters, it's either the splinters then zap or the zaps then splinter. So you're hitting 30 enemies at once with this bow, and its damage is high enough. If you're shooting this into a crowd of enemies, you can kill 30 husks at once with this combination. It is absolutely insane. Your damage output is going to be amazing, and your crowd clearing ability, it might be the best in the game. I'd have to think about it, but Stoneheart Farah, especially right now, because we're in a water storm and pretty much every mission is going to be water elemental, so that vacuum tube bow is locked to nature, which is strong against the water type. And so you're never going to be at an at an elemental disadvantage. And if you don't know what that is, leave a comment. I'll make a video about it. If you guys need to know about elements, I can go over that. I'm not going to do that in this video. Then we'll move on to the next hero. Let's see, here it is. And here, yep, here it is. It's Lynx Cassandra. So this is more of an honorable mention. And oh, Stoneheart Farah required a voucher, and so does Lynx, by the way. But before we talk about her, she is in the shop right now. You can buy her, and I would recommend it if you can. If you have the gold, I'd recommend getting her. But back to Lynx, what she does is she has Kunai Storm. She has that ability, and when you use Kunai Storm, you're gonna float in the air for an extra 4 seconds, and you're gonna deal 140%, and you're gonna do an extra 140% damage while you're hovering. So this is really, really good. You can hit your Kunai Storm, if there's a mini boss or a smasher or something, and for an extra 4 seconds you're gonna deal a ton of extra damage. So where this is really really good is the Mythic Storm King fight. It's really really good for that, especially because you're the ninja and you have that extra mobility with the double jump. But if you're at higher levels, I wouldn't recommend using her in regular missions. But if you're lower level and you can get her in the shop, I mean, she's still going to be great in regular missions. I mean, it's not the best available, but she's really good, and you can get her with gold right now. All right, so the last ninja I want to go over from the events is it's in the Lunar New Year's, and it's going to be Whirlwind Scorch. So he's not great, but he's really good when he's good, and I'll explain. So what he's going to do is increase your crescent kick impact by 85% and stun duration by 2.25 seconds. And so this is if you're struggling with smashers and mini bosses and they're tearing up your base. If you're going Whirlwind Scorch, you can go up to them, do your crescent kick, and the damage on that's not going to be anything special, but you're gonna that have really high impact. You're gonna be able to knock it back, and you're gonna stun it for I don't know what the base stun is. It doesn't say in here, but I would assume with an extra 2.25 seconds, you're probably stunning it for close to 3 seconds, and that's 3 seconds where it's not moving, and you can be spamming it with headshots, doing a ton of damage. So that's a little honorable mention, and it's flexible, which is nice. I would still recommend getting a Dragon Scorch, the guy that looks like this one. I would recommend getting him before you get him with your Flux, but he's not bad. He's certainly an option, and yeah. So that's my best ninjas video. Um, if you have Flux, my top recommendation, if we go back to it, is Dragon Scorch. If you're just looking to Flux a ninja, that's what I would go for. But if you have a voucher, I would I would be going for Stoneheart Farah. But if you're brand new to the game and you don't have a bow and you don't know who to spend your voucher on and you want to spend it on the ninja, um, maybe Paleo Luna. I don't know. It'd be tough. Probably just Stoneheart Farah and then hope you get the bow later. You can Flux the Vacuum 2 bow, so that could be the play there. Yeah, Paleo Luna. Let me find her. Paleo Luna. She's great, but if you don't have any other dinosaurs, not worth picking up. And then let's see, Lynx. If you can get her, 100% go grab her while she's in the shop. Thank you guys. Please comment any videos that you want me to make, and I'll try to get them in. Try to get them out. A day within 1 or 2 days. Thank you guys.